It is.
Hi, Ben.
Yeah.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I
What
tried joining earlier
in
today,
again?
but pardon?
You've been stopping in again?
Yeah, but I've stayed in today.
Yeah, me too. I had a quiet day in.
Yeah, I tried joining the live, but it just was a screenshot. You know, when I pressed play, it just went to a screenshot sort of thing.
Oh, right.
So
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's probably my laptop. It does it with a lot of stuff. You know, when I try and play a video, it doesn't play. I think it's just this laptop. So,
maybe try it again tomorrow.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just getting the knack of these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bill's sort of appeared in a. I don't know what's going on there. Is that
Star Wars?
Star Wars. We've got a Star Wars background.
Yeah. I've come as a blue ghost.
I did that. I had the option of doing that on something I was doing the other day. It was awesome.
I'll stop messing.
I need to get my green screen back up and running.
That was good.
Yeah, don't work.
Hello.
Hey Mark, how are you doing?
All right. I'm a bit hungover today, actually.
Bit hungover?
Yeah. I think I was bored and I drank a bottle of wine last night.
You're not the only one. Well, I didn't last night. I've been quite good this week.
Yeah.
Had to be through necessity, really.
Yeah. I was silly, really. There's a co-op at the end of the road. I went, I'm going to drink a bottle of wine. And then so I did. And then I'm now regretting it today because I'm sort of like just ruined today, really.
Yeah, I did the same thing a number of times over the last few years.
Poisoned yourself.
But more so recently.
It's expensive at the moment to be drinking a lot as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I know it's pretty good. I normally just have like a chamomile tea or something. I think I just on an evening, but like that's. I think it's just like middle of it. It's like, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I could just drink some wine if I want. Yeah, just drink some wine then. That's what I did. Yeah. Anyway.
You feel bad though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to moderate, but it's just boring being at home all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what should we do today?
Wing Chun?
Should we do some more Wing Chun?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start with a little warm-up to get us in the swing of things. Let's just do some twisting. Walking your feet out and down to your left. And right. And middle. And walking your feet out. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, John.
Hello.
Down to your left again. And right. Middle. And walking your feet out again. Left. And right. And middle. And walking your feet in. Left foot forward, right arm backwards. And forwards. Change arm, change leg. And the other way. Both arms backwards. And forwards. And opposite directions. One forwards, one backwards. Change direction. And change. And change. Shoulders backwards. Forwards. shrugs. And looking left and right. Side to side. Forward and backwards. And circle. Both ways. Okay, circling your feet. Just one at a time.
Oh, what's the fun in that?
Ta-dum-tsh. Both ways. And point. Point your toe, that is. Not your finger.
Contribution.
Pull back. Your toe. Turn out. Turn in. Circle. And pulling back your foot. Stretching down the front of your leg. And then knee hugs. Stretching down the back. And then the same on the other side, circled. Circle your feet. Foot. Both ways. Point. Pull back. And turn out. Turning in. Circle. And pull back. And up front. Stretching down the back. Feet together, circling your knees. Both ways. And bend and skip back. Hugging your knees. And touching your toes. And up and circling your hips. Both ways. And shake off. Okay, so we're going to do some punches. Feet together. Use your Kim in Ma. Punching positions, so singles, one to each count. So we're dropping the front hand, punching through the back, front hand becomes your backhand, one to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 to each count, nice and light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull back, close your stance. Johnny Bizzle, how are we doing?
I did some gardening today.
Hey, have you had a quiet day in as well?
No, I did some gardening. It's quite good.
All right, very nice. How are we doing, Mohammed?
I'm good. How about yourself?
All right, yeah. Okay, should we run through first form? So everybody knows we're doing a daily first form, don't they, on the Facebook group? Just so you know, we're on. Obviously, you don't have to join, but just to make sure everybody knows about it. We're up to 12 and a half minutes today, which was quite a training session for the legs. But we'll go for a bit quicker now. So checking center, left fist, punch, locking out, stretch. Right fist, punch, locking out, stretch. Starting with your left hand now. Concentrate on the arm that's moving, relax as much as possible. So we'll go quite slow, but not as slow as we have done today. So first Tan Sao. Round into Wu Sao. Dropping into first Fox Sao. As soon as you can, get your elbow in. Round into Wu Sao. Dropping into second Fox Sao. Into Wu Sao. Third and final Fox Sao. Round into Wu Sao. Inside pack, back to center, straight palm, locking out, stretching the wrist. Other side. Hands out. Round into woos out. Let the elbow drift out. Dropping into first fox out. Round into woos out. Second fox out. Third and final fox out. John, you're way ahead. Speeding ahead there. You need to join our daily session, John. We did 12.5 minutes today. It was a leg killer. 30 minutes tomorrow. By the end of it, we're going to have amazing stances. If we survive it. What was that? Toilet roll? Toilet roll, Suling towel training equipment.
Ball string.
What is ball string? Arm strike, locking out, stretching. So second section now. Left hand, energy on the end, switching off. Right hand, energy on the end, switch off. Left on top, quacks out, right on top, jump, tan, lap, view. Third section, outside pack sow, side palm, fingertips out, locking out, stretching. Outside pack sow, side palm, fingertips out, locking out, stretching. Tan sow, garn, scooping tan, yun sow, low palm, fingers out, looking up, lock and lift, and stretch to finish. Tan, garn, scooping tan, yun sow, low palm, lock out, and lift up. Bong, tan, palm, lock and lift. Bong, tan, palm. And garn sow. So let's just run through this a little bit again, because a couple of videos that were submitted had a similar problem. So we'll just go through this as a last section. So this is left hand drifts across and drops into garn sow. Okay, right hand on back of the hand on the top of the forearm. And what we're doing is creating a bit of pressure between garn sow here and this contact hand here. And as we're sliding this down, we're pulling this back. And at the point of impact, we twist both wrists. So we get that. This comes up through guard and position, placing, up through guard and position, placing. Just drill that for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna have a look. So make sure you get the double hand twist at the point of impact, which is at the wrist. When you imagine you're striking, somebody's got a grip on your wrist and you're taking that hand off, for example. Or you're recovering your backhand from a potential trap. Just running through that in your own time. I'm just going to have a look. Make sure you're not locking your garn sow hand out. Make sure that elbow is bent and the wrist is in centre. So Mohammed, back of your hand on the top of your forearm. That means you can twist at the end. If you place it that way up, you can't. So back of the hand, and we're twisting at the end. Okay. That's it. Make sure you're twisting both wrists, Mohammed. So if I do it super slow here, in fact, I get right really close. So that's my arm. I'm placing here, and as I strike down, I'm twisting both hands here. So I get a lot more torque. Place, twist, place, twist. So both hands twist at the point of impact. So you should hear that scuff noise in between the moves. So Ben, get that back of your hand on the top of your forearm. So I think at the moment you've got your fingertips, so get a bit further up. So what we want is the blade of your hand to strike at that point. So the blade of your hand is striking into your wrist. So we should have a nice solid sound at the point of impact. Same thing, John. When you place that hand, get the back, put your back of your hand on the top rather than the side. Then you've got a full twist left. Okay, so from the top, we've got Garn into center, place, 1, 2, 3, and on the third one, this is the position we should be in. So what we've got is the Garn sow on one hand and the fist on the other. As we punch, we draw that fist back up. That's 1, 2, 3 punches, and drawing this back on the third one. Okay, blocking out and stretching. Just that cropped up in a couple of people's videos, so I thought it worth sharing. Okay. So any other questions about your first form?
With the Garn,
Yeah.
What's the best way to think of it against an uppercut or a kick? Just because I sometimes struggle with the placement.
I would think about this sort of distance. So imagine your centre line check. So let's say your centre line check is here. Yeah. Try and keep it that same distance away. So if you had a tan sow, it's here. If you have a Garn sow, it's here. So same elbow, same distance apart from your body, at least a fist distance from your elbow to your chest. And that should give you your Garn sow position. If not, if it's down here, and that happened a couple of times on a few videos, then it's a bit too close. So just keep it further away from the arm. Usually it's too close. So make sure, so when you're doing your centre line check, think of the same distance as well. So there's my tan, there's my Garn. So out in front of you. So yeah, think of striking into centre line. Make sure your elbow's at least a fist distance from your chest when you're doing your Garn sow. Does that help?
It does, thank you.
Okay. Cool. What should we do now? Shall we have a look at the form? I think we did the form last week, didn't we? First form, that is.
I can't remember. Yeah.
We did first and second form last week.
Yeah.
Right.
And some punches as well, returns.
Punches and turns. Cool. Okay. Let's go through second form then, shall we?
And some turning page hands.
Yeah, okay. We'll go through, let's just do first section because not everybody's done second form. Who's not done second form? Mohammed, you haven't, have you?
Did we do it last week?
Yeah, we went through, I think we went through it last week. Yeah.
We went through a bit last week, didn't we?
Well, let's go through it now. We'll just do first section. Yeah, let's go through the whole thing and then we'll break it down. Okay. So, Chun split for the bridge, second form. So, centre line check. Left fist, punch. Lock out and stretch. Right fist, punch. Lock out and stretch. Hands into the centre. Double Jeng Sao. Turn to your left hand on top. use, hands, left tox out. 1, 2, 3. Arms. 1, 2, 3. Through into Lansau. Fingers. Look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lansau. I lost count there. I think that was 3.
It was.
Thank you. Back to centre. Arm. Then on the other side, hands into centre. Energy on the end, turn to your right hand on top. Turning double high jump. Use hands, right top at this time. 1, 2, 3. Arms. 1, 2, 3. Through into Lansau, fingers. Turning ball and guard. Twist, punch, back sow, and jump. Or jut. So second section. Turn to your left, aggressive Lansau, stopping kick, stepping, on the guard, checking centre. Number 2, 3 steps, in that space. Same on the other side. So aggressive Lan, stopping kick, bring the foot straight up, stepping, ball and guard, checking centre. And third section, turn, low kick to the knee, dive bongs, flat hands. Coming out of room. Bridge is in the way. Toe and heel turn, kicking the knee, dive bongs, flat hands.
Messed up totally there.
So looking, lifting, this is left foot, turning, kick. Place that foot down, gum sows. 1, 2, 3. Punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Any thoughts?
I can do a lot better.
That is very complicated.
There's quite a lot in there. There's if you want to learn that, if you're not sure of it, use the file section of the Facebook group. You can actually type in second form or Chun Q and it'll bring up all the videos we've done with that in it. And then you can just run through that, slowing it down and pausing it as you learn it.
I might have to learn it section by section on that.
Yeah, well, we can do that now. So we'll go through first section together.
Yeah, because it's very complex. The other thing is that I can't see, you know, when you're doing like your turns.
Yeah, you can't see the feet.
I can't see your feet, so I don't know like what position to put the feet in. So it's a bit difficult, which I understand obviously with the webcam thing, but
the main turn, well, basically Chun Q is turning and stepping. So
obviously
the feet now. So you know the footwork because you have done turns.
Yeah, but as in like, you know, when we're on our normal stand where we have to go down.
Yeah.
So like, sorry. So when we're going down like this, so we're in the normal stance to start off with.
That's our first form stance, that Mohammed. So we're not using that here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, then that's fine.
Not at all. No.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Cool. Okay, I was just a bit confused. That's what I said. I couldn't obviously can't see.
Right. Well, let me just explain that now. So this is our first form stance.
Yeah.
With the toes turned in.
Okay.
This is our Chun Q stance. So.
Okay.
Just square up our feet.
Okay. I wasn't aware of it. That's why.
Right. That means we can turn and we can step.
Okay.
So, yeah. So.
Okay. Makes sense now. Yeah.
Does that make it a bit easier?
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for that question because that'll be useful. Cool. Okay. So we're going to do first section then. Oh, in fact, we've got 3 minutes before we've got the clap at 8. The NHS clap, that is.
I wondered what clap you were on about.
So shall we take a little break and we'll come back We'll come back shortly after 8 for first section. We'll go through first section in a bit more detail.
I'll have a quick
Almost wrote sorry card to Jane.
Cool. See you in a few minutes then. Cheers, Hello.
See me all right?
Can see you. Yeah, it's a bit dark in there, Ben.
Training.
Can I just ask, what's that thing dangling in front of Dominic's camera?
I thought it was some sort of AV drip. What is that?
Anyone work it out? Is it
that
toilet
my-
rolls or something?
No, that was his string. That he had it lifted up for string, I think.
Oh,
The-
it's a piece of string.
yeah,
Very centre
Oh,
line.
I hope.
He's making a string. Is that a training aid, Tim?
Right then, we're going to do a bit of Chun Q, first section. Okay, so
Still busy applauding.
we've lost one. We've lost Dom. He's setting his fireworks off. Okay, so feet are parallel, toes pointing forwards, bending your knees, checking centre line. Left fist to centre, punch, locking out, wrist stretch. Right fist to centre, punch, locking out, wrist stretch. Both hands to centre, elbows in, explosive energy on the end, double Jeng Sao. So turning to your left, left hand on top. So turn to your right, and then turn to your left. So it's view, tan, left Tok Sao, lifting hand, 1, right, 2, 3, palms, 1, 2, 3. Through into Lan Sao with a turn. Fingertips on your wrist, looking, turning, bong guard. So projecting this bong forward. Throw that bong forward more, Mohammed, yeah. Almost till your arms almost totally straight. And then back to Lan. Fingertips again, look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan. And then the third one, back to Lan. This time placing the fist. Punch and pull back at the same time. Pulling back with your backhand. Squaring up, look before you strike. Fak Sao, back to centre, Jun, contact, palm, locking out, wrist stretch. And we do the exact same thing on the other side. So hands into centre, fingers pointing forwards, and we're going to flex at the end, double Jeng Sao, striking with the edge of your hand. Turn to your right this time, right hand on top, left, right, views, tans. So it's right Tok Sao this time, so lifting, 1, 2, 3, palms, 1, 2, 3, through into Lan, fingers, look, turning bong and guard, projecting that bong out in front of you, back to your Lan, fingers, look, bong and guard. Is that 3 or is that 2?
2.
2. One more. So 3 of these, back to Lan Sao, fist, punch, look before you Fak Sao, back to centre, contact, and side palm. Okay, and that's your first section. First section, Chun Q. Okay, we'll go through that a few more times. Any questions before we do?
No.
Okay.
Just a bit slower if you can, please.
Oh, no problemo. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, opening your basic stance, relaxing your feet so toes pointing forwards. Left hand on top. Left fist to centre. Punch, locking out. Wrist stretch. Right fist to centre. Punch, locking out. Wrist stretch. Both hands into centre. Fingers pointing forwards, elbows in. So explosive energy on the end. Striking with this part of your hand. Jeng Sao. Turning to your left, left hand on top. Okay, turn to your right, all the way around 180 degrees, and then back to your left again. So views, pointing your fingers forward, hands down. Tans, turning your palms up, dropping your left hand. Right hand on top of left, this is Toksao, so lifting up with the left. 1, dropping the right hand, lifting up with the right. 2 and 3. From there, palms, palm, palm. Pulling the left hand back as you do that last palm. Through into Lansao. Fingers, place your fingers on your wrist, turning your head, turning into Bong and guard. Project this forward, project that Bong forward, searching for the bridge. This is what we're reaching for. We're reaching for that contact. Back into Lansao. Again, place, center line check, look. Second Bong and guard. Back, and then third, look, turning, Bong and guard. Back to Lansao. On this one, place the fist, punch, squaring up through Lan, looking before you Faksao, back to center with a jut. Contact, side palm, lock out, wrist stretch. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So hands into center, fingers forward, energy on the end. Jengsao, turn to your right, right hand on top, all the way around to your left, all the way back to your right. So views, palms down, tans, palms up, right Toksao, so right hand drops, lifting up, 1, dropping the other hand, 2, dropping, 3, palm strikes, 1, 2, 3, through into Lansao with a turn, fingers on the wrist, look, turning Bong guard, back to Lan, fingers on the wrist, look, turning Bong guard, project this Toksao forward, back, third one, look, turn. So weight should be on your left foot, back to Lan, fist, punch, through Lansao, look before you strike, Faksao, back to center, jut, contact, side palm, locking out and wrist stretch. And then left foot to right to close up. And that's our first section. Any problems with that?
Tim, you might want to demonstrate the Jengsao from a side view.
Good, yeah, good idea. Thanks, John. So, okay. So this is Jengsao. So we're bringing the hands into center, fingertips pointing this way, and then we're exploding energy at the end. So I'm doing this. I'm flexing the wrist as I'm striking forward. So you're generating power from this movement here. This is your Jengsao. Okay, so after our center line check and our left fist and our right fist, hands come into center, and you're in this position. Then you're exploding energy into your Jengsao at the end, and then you're turning. Bong Saos as well from the side. So let's say I'm doing a Lan to a Bong. That's my shape of my Bong. So make sure it's outreaching away from you. It's not in here. Lansao is in here. So Lansao is kind of at a 90-degree angle here. But Bong Sao is much further away from you. So from a Lan to a Bong, your Bong Sao's out here. So you're reaching out for that contact. So there, Mohammed, do that again. Just relax your hand, completely relax that hand. So your hand wants to be there. So push it forward, push your hand forward towards the direction of your forearm. So almost extend that right out. Just lock your arm out. Better, keep going. There, that's where your Bong Sao should be. Just in off that slightly, but that's where it is. So it's further out, you've got it there, wants to be further away. So think about getting that contact as far away from your head as possible. That's it, that's your position for your Bong Sao.
Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Mohammed, I would have the hand straight.
Yeah, your hand position is a bit crooked, so you've got that a bit of tension in your hand. Just project that hand forward. There you go. And now project it out a little bit. There you go. That's the perfect. That's it. There's your bong tao position.
If you're bending your wrist inwards, that means you've got some tension in the wrist, and that should be perfectly relaxed.
Yeah, just keep your wrist relaxed. Okay, shall we go through that again, then, guys?
Just you maybe want to show the toxels from the side view as well.
Toxels. Okay, so after our lands, we've got views, then we've got tans, and then we've got toxels. So we've turned to our right. The right hand drops first because toxel means lifting hand. So we're lifting up, then we're dropping, lifting up, and then we're dropping. So this is our toxel. In fact, if everybody just runs through this, this might be useful. So just turn sideways to the camera, just run through toxels.
But you should have both hands facing forwards, not sideways.
Yeah, John, but we're looking at it sideways, John, so it's helpful to have it sideways to the camera. So I can't see the position of your tans there, John. That's the problem with that. So if you turn sideways to the camera, yeah, but now you're not at 90 degrees. Do another turn, John.
What I noticed was that some people are having a flat hand like that, rather than hands forward.
Yeah, so make sure your hand is pointing in the direction of the attack. So for the form, the fingers want to be pointing in the direction of the forearm, like so. In reality, it's going to be like that, but for the form, this is to show the direction of the attack. Okay, so your fingertips are parallel to your forearm. So Mark, let me just find this. So let this drop away, and then you can exaggerate the lift. So each time you do the toxel, you can't do this if your hand doesn't drop because you're going up, 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 and we don't want that. So allow this to drop and then up. So we're dropping, so after our toxel position, we're dropping this contact hand and then we're lifting it up, dropping the contact, lifting it up. So it's basically an arm breaking position. The arm is coming in here, and we're breaking it, or hyperextending it. So this hand goes under the elbow and this hand goes on the wrist. That's what that is. But the toxel just means lifting hand. So this has to come up. So in order to do that, we need to drop this hand down first. So just run through this in your own time, just so I can see it. That's it, Mark, yeah. So the slap, in reality, there's going to be a gap here. So the slap can just be really light. Really, you don't really need that noise, but it's just it can help you with your position. But make sure that the whole of that hand is on here. So your palm is on just in the crux of the elbow. Fingers facing forward. So Ben, exaggerate that drop a bit more. So what you're doing, Ben, is this. Watch me. Yep. Let this drop. So let this hand drop, yep. And then you can lift up, drop, and then lift up, drop. So just exaggerate the drop of this hand so that you can do a toxel with it, lifting hand. Otherwise, you're just doing this and you're not really lifting the hand very much. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What's the reason for the hand on the top then? So
this is a punch coming in. You're basically you're breaking somebody's arm. Somebody's coming in like this. So this hand is lifting the elbow and this hand is trapping the wrist.
Oh right, okay.
You get an arm break basically.
All right, nice.
It's nasty. Don't try this at home. That's good, Mohammed. Dominic, Dom, so make sure this backhand Dom is lower, as far away from the wrist as you can get it. So stop there, Dom. That's it, yeah, that's it, good. And do another one. That's too far up your forearm there. That was better. So there, see where your hand is? just bring your hand all the way down to your elbow, into the crux of your elbow. There you go. And point your fingers forward along the forearm. That's your position. That's it. Make sure, Ben, make sure that that toxal's not going forward. What you're doing a little bit is pushing that forward. Try and get it going up.
Okay.
So in order to get it going up, you need to drop it. So just exaggerate it going up rather than coming forwards. Okay. So shall we proceed? Let's go back to the start again and we'll run through this again. Okay. So open in your basic stance. Relax your feet. Left hand on top. Left fist to center. Punch, lock out, wrist stretch. Right fist to center. Punch, locking out, wrist stretch. Hands into center. Double Jang Sao. Turn to your left, left hand on top. Turn to your right, back to your left. Double Bu. Double Tan. Left Tok Sao. 1, 2, 3. Palms. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well let's carry on from there into Lan. Turning all the way around into Lan Sao, pulling this arm back. Fingers on the wrist, turning bong and guard. Back. Fingers, look, turning bong and guard. Back. Fingers, look, turning bong and guard. On the fourth one, we do a fist punch through Lan Sao, look before we strike into Fak Sao, back to center, contact, side palm. We're going to do the same on the other side, and then we're going to nitpick. So fingers pointing forwards, double Jang Sao, explosive energy. Turn to your right, right hand on top. Use Tans, right Tok Sao. 1, 2, 3. Palms. 1, 2, 3. Through into Lan Sao. Fingers, look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan, fingers, look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan, fingers, look, turning bong and guard. So 3 of these. Back to Lan Sao. Fist this time, punch. Pulling back with the opposite hand. Square up through Lan into Fak Sao. Chun, or Jut, and then palm. Okay. So just caught out of my corner of my eye there was, we'll go through from Tok Saos, 1, 2, 3, palms, 1, 2, 3. So we'll go through that together because that looked like it was a bit of an issue. So let's just say we've gone to, where are we? Bu. Let's go from Bu's. So turn to your left, do double Bu. So you should be in turning stance there, Dom, you're not. So square up to the camera, square up to your laptop, and then turn as if we've done our turning double Pai Jans. And then we've got double Bu, double Tan, and then we're doing our 3 Tok Saos, 1, 2, 3, and then we're doing our 3 palm strikes. So backhand first, 1, 2, 3. And then once you've done that, just go back to your double Pai Jan again. So we've got Bu, Tan, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we go back to double Pai Jan, Bu, Tan, Tok Sao, Tok Sao, Tok Sao, palm, 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 and then go back. So just so you're drilling that little section. So it's 3 Tok Saos, 3 palms. And just run through that in your own time. So you should be in Bu-Ma stance here. Let's just adjust my screen. So Bu-Ma, So I've turned to the left in Bumar. So it's Bu, Tan, Tok Sao, 1, 2, 3, palms, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Mohammed, 1, Tok Sao, Tok Sao, Tok Sao, and then your backhand is doing the palm first. And then you're drawing back your other hand at the same time. 1, 2, and then 3. Yes, on the third one, your other hand comes back. Okay.
Yeah. I can just go over the first bit. The first
So here's my turning double Paijan. There's my Bu. There's my Tan, and I've got Tok Sao, Tok Sao, Tok Sao, and then palm, palm, palm. So on the final palm, your other hand comes back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Mark, make sure on that last palm strike that your other hand draws back. So Mark, just spotted that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So after our third Tok Sao, we're in this position. We're striking with the backhand. So the backhand is then your palm strike. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dom, you're not bringing your backhand far enough back. So what you're doing is 1, 2, 3, and then you're going da-da-da, but your hands aren't coming back. So that's why it's useful to slow this right down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, look at my backhand. 2, look at my backhand. 3. So don't rush this, break it down, do it as slow as you can. Make sure everything's right. 1, 2, 3. So making your palms right, make sure you're bringing your backhand back as you're doing your palm strikes. Okay. That's much better, yeah, much better. Well done. So the other thing to, in fact, if everybody does this facing the camera, this might be useful. So this is, let's say we're in our turning double Paijans. In fact, I'll do my turning double Paijan. So if we do it all together, facing the cameras. So we've got Bus, Tans. So we're going to do left Tok Sao. 1, 2, 3, and then palm strike, palm strike. In fact, just do palm strikes towards the camera. This is what I couldn't quite see. Just want to make sure you're hitting the same spot. Ben, you've got 2 targets there. Make sure it's just 1. So this was, yeah, similar thing of a couple of people. Dom, you're coming around the side there. Dom, what you're doing is this. So these palms drop, same as your punches, drop, same striking. Use your own image maybe on the camera, but make sure the heel goes towards your chin. So you're hitting the same target each time. There's a couple of you, it's coming around the side, or you're hitting 2 targets, so it's like that. And it's difficult to see from the side. But make sure your palms are landing in the same exact target, and that means getting that front hand down out of the way. So you just drill that into the camera, dropping that palm, striking through. So a couple of you your retreating hand isn't dropping out of the way. So what you're doing is sneaking around the side, and that gives you 2 targets. That's much better, yeah. So just exaggerate this hand dropping down. Same movement as you punch, but because your hands are taking up more space, you may have to drop your hand a little bit further than you would for your punch. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the hour now, so I reckon we just run through that first section again together. Drill those points for next time. Then we can move on and maybe do next section next week. We'll see how we go. Okay, so think together. Let's go through this together. So left hand on top. Left fist to center. Punch. Locking out. Wrist stretch. Right fist to center. Punch. Locking out. Wrist stretch. Both hands into center. Fingers forward. Double Jang Sao. Explosive energy. Turn to your left. Left hand on top. Turning double pie jaw. One more round and then back. Views. Tans. Left toxal first. 1, 2, 3. Palms. 1, 2, 3. Through into your Lansao. Fingers. Look. Turning bong and guard. Back to your Lan. Fingers. Look. Turning bong and guard. Third Lansao. Fingers. Look. Turning bong and guard. This time it's a fist. Punch and pull back. Through your Lansao. Look before you strike. Back to jump. Jut. Side palm. Lock out. Stretch. You're going to do the same on the other side. So hands into center. Double Jang Sao. This time turn to your right. Right hand on top. You. Tan. Right toxal this time. Turn to a right. 1, 2, 3. Palms. 1, 2, 3. Through into Lansao. Fingers on the wrist. Look. Turning bong and guard. Back. Fingers. Look. Turning bong and guard. Back. 3 of these. Back. Fist on the wrist position. Punching. Through Lan into Fak Sao. Looking before you strike. Back to Jut Sao. Contact. Side palm. Locking out. Wrist stretch. Okie dokie. So have we got is there any questions about what we've done today? So yeah, maybe I'll post these videos in the Facebook group. So do use these as a resource, but go through those things we've done today. What we've done is our toxals. So remember, this is dropping, lifting, palm strikes. Make sure this hand comes out of the way so you can hit the same target each time, and make sure this backhand is coming back to your guard hand position. A couple of people were sort of rushing through this bit of the form, or you were hitting 2 targets. So make sure you're getting the same target. Make sure that backhand is coming back. Okie dokie.
Yeah,
All good in the hood?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, really good, really helpful. That.
Brilliant.
Cheers, Tim.
Nice
Thanks,
to see you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Really good to see everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Cool.
cheers.
Take care, guys.
Catch you later.
Take it
Take
easy.
care.
See you later.